Welcome to this episode where we are going to talk about homosexuality and Africa. My name is Kato, Mukasa, the advocate for human rights, including the rights of gay people. And then the person is going to be explaining a few things on this topic. Homosexuality is not something new in Africa, as some people have alleged. It has been said that homosexuals are a product of the West, which is totally false. Homosexuality simply means a sex orientation, an attraction people have for the people of the very same sex as theirs. A homosexual can be a man loving a man, or a woman loving a woman. And naturally, science has shown that homosexuals are biologically wired to be so. Homosexuality doesn't stop among human beings. In fact, even among animals and other species, there are traits of homosexuality. So this is a scientifically proven issue. Tonight, we shall talk about Africa, where homosexuality is criminalized. And generally in the world, any acts of homosexuality are met by death and heavy punishments, including imprisonment for several years. In Uganda, it must be remembered that it's the British who introduced laws that basically criminalized homosexuality. In 1861, Lord Macaulay drafted and introduced the Indian Penal Code, which actually officially criminalized homosexuality and made it an offense where it was called unnatural offenses. In 1817, the death penalty was introduced. And in 1861, Uganda, Kenya, Malawi, and many other colonies of Britain basically put homosexuality in their statute as something criminal. In Uganda today, we can say that the Penal Code, as amended, Act 2000, criminalizes lesbianism as well as male homosexuality. The Penal Code Act of 1950, as amended, provides that under Section 145, that any person who has canon knowledge of any person against the order of nature, has canon knowledge of an animal, or permits a male person to have canon knowledge of him or her against the order of nature, commits an offense, and that person is liable to imprisonment for life. Section 148 provides the same, that whether someone is in private or public and commits any act of homosexuality, that person is going to be imprisoned for life. That is homosexuality in Uganda. I wrote a book titled Unlearning the Myths About Homosexuality, Tackling Stereotypes and Busting Myths, the Bitter Pill. This book became sensational as it came at a time when Uganda was grappling with the law that we called Kill the Gay Bill, which later on became an act. This act was so bad because teachers, lawyers like myself, priests, parents, and everyone who knew that people were having homosexual acts would be arrested just because they failed to report homosexuals. The country became homophobic, especially on the coming of American pastors, and brought this kind of hate and influenced the president of Uganda, they influenced the first lady of Uganda, and they influenced churches, so that it became an offense for even a teacher or a lawyer to provide a service to a homosexual. A case of 2010, where homosexuals were taking a tabloid to court because it was promoting homophobia. We see other cases like Republic versus Steve Monjeza and Tuonji Chibalanga, where again, people in Malawi were being victimized for being homosexuals. The 1995 Constitution of Uganda gives us rights, us as lawyers, us as advocates, us as people who would like everyone to have their rights. David Bahati tabled a bill in Parliament on October 14th, 2009, and that bill came to be known as the Anti-Homosexuality Bill, which we called the Kill the Gay Bill. It was not until 2 years later, lawyers went to court And we petitioned the court to end this law. And finally, the law was quashed. However, many homosexuals in Uganda are not free. Many have gone into exile as I speak. Many are into Kakuma camp in Kenya, and many have been brutally killed and some murdered. It's this clarion call I make tonight that as Ugandans, as Africans, we must own up. We must know that homosexuals are human beings like us. They are our brothers and sisters. They are our friends. They are workmates. We need to respect their choices. Sex is sex. Love is love. Why should someone be criminalized for loving differently? When you love differently, it's not a crime.